Greetings family, peace and love to you and yours. This is Guru and thanks for visiting my channel. Family, this video is about Saudi Arabia, who is being criticized for giving a female robot citizenship. All the while it restricts women's rights. You see, a woman robot that is, in Saudi Arabia was granted citizenship this week, sparking a backlash that said the robot appeared to have more rights than millions of human women and foreigners living in the Gulf nation. Sophia is her name, a robot with human female features that can make facial expressions and hold conversations, wooed the crowd when it debuted at an economic summit in the country's capital, Riyadh, this week. As you can see right off the bat, the most interesting concept of this robot, and like many other robots created and innovated by the so-called, innovators, they always start off with white robots. Living in a white supremacist thinking and thought process, people always tend to make products geared towards white people. And if they aren't white themselves, which maybe these creators are, they always tend to do that. They always tend to create robots who are white just like them. A special note about these people. They're a special type of people because these people don't think in terms of multicultural of anything. It's always just white. Because if they were going to be really innovative, they would have made a white robot, they would have had a black robot, they would have had a robot of basically the major races of people. At least that's my opinion. And especially living in a multicultural nation as we do here in America. And I'm sure it's like that in plenty other countries too, where you have other ethnicities, not just white. White people always want to make things all about them. And I know this sounds like I'm blaming white people, and I'm not doing that. What I'm doing is I'm just highlighting a feature that tends to surface most all the time when these things happen, especially in regards to robots. Nonetheless, I digress, so let me get back to this story. It says, as it stood on stage during a panel Wednesday, the robot learned from the moderator, CNBC's Andrew Ross Sorkin, that Saudi Arabia had granted it what Sorkin called, quote, the first Saudi citizenship for a robot. That's right, Sophia became a citizen of Saudi Arabia. No, wait, there's more. Listen to this. It goes, quote, I'm very honored and proud for this unique distinction, unquote, Sophia said to applause. So listen, she responded to that honor. She responded by making that statement. And she continues, quote, this is historical to be the first robot in the world to be recognized with a citizenship, unquote. Wow. An arm of the Saudi Ministry of Culture and Information tweeted its support of the robot, made by Hanson Robotics and appearing as part of the Future Investment Initiative Summit. And so you can take a look at this initiative of this white female robot. Again, I take note of the fact that they always do that. They always create artificial intelligence and artificial beings, always in the likeness of themselves. You know, just like how they did Jesus. But I digress. And here you can see the full tweet. It's tweeted by CIC Saudi Arabia, and it goes, quote, it is historical to be the first robot in the world to be recognized with citizenship, unquote. Please welcome the newest Saudi, Sophia. My bad. Hashtag FII 2017, and that's for Future investment initiative. Soon after, though, social media users pointed out that Sophia had quickly achieved more rights than millions of women and foreign workers in Saudi Arabia, which has been criticized globally for repressing women's and civil rights. For one, Sophia appeared on stage alone, without the modest dress required of Saudi women. She donned no hijab or headscarf, nor abaya or a cloak. And that's very, very telling and very, very true that they would allow a white woman robot to not follow the traditional ways and customs of other women. And they allowed her to appear on stage like this. After all, like I said, it's because she's a white woman robot, though. And anyone wants to challenge that for me, please do so in the comment section. I can't wait to hear the excuse or excuses. But anyways, moving on, it says, for one, she also did not appear to have a male guardian as required by Saudi law for women in the country. Male guardians, often a male relative, must give permission before women can travel abroad, open bank accounts, or carry out a host of other tasks, and they accompany women in public. So you see, this white woman, this white robot, already granted citizenship, already has more rights than human beings. I'm going to further go into that. But anyways, it continues by saying Sophia also seems to have leapfrogged foreign workers in the Saudi kingdom, many of whom have fled poor working conditions but are prevented by law from leaving the country. And on Twitter, the hashtag Sophia demands the repeal of guardianship picked up steam, with some users predicting a loss of rights for the female robot. Well, that would be appropriate considering all things equal in Saudi Arabia. One user shared a photo of Sophia with her face covered up, along with the caption, quote, "What Sophia looks like after a while." Well, there's one caption is a pretty cool one. It says, "Sophie, since you became Saudi, now you are not allowed to walk in public without your hijab, and of course, abaya too." Now, I'm going to tell you how white supremacy works. You already know this, but you can best believe that there's going to probably be some white so-called human beings, right? I'll just say it like that with a grain of salt. So-called white human beings who are going to be outraged that this robot has to wear a hijab and of course abaya too. They're gonna be pissed because of course they look at themselves like they are the angels of the world and that they should be able to do whatever they like and no one else should, well, be able to do what they do. It's the privilege that they say that they don't have, that they really wish that they did have. Anyways. And then another one asked if she had obtained permission from a male guardian to get a Saudi passport and if it was delivered to him on her behalf. Quote, "Or is she special and able to handle the procedures on her own?" Unquote, the user tweeted. You know what? This white robot, she's getting the backlash. Well, I can understand why, especially when real human beings aren't allowed the privilege of a damn robot. This in 2017, I just want to say, and I'm going to end this off here. I don't want to continue with this because I just wanted to point this out. Actually, no, I take that back. I'm going to continue it off because it's almost at the very end here. It goes on to say, the criticisms come after Saudi Arabia said last month that it would allow women to obtain driver's licenses in what the kingdom held as a major step forward in the Saudi Crown Prince's long-term reform initiatives. Human rights groups have cautioned that the country, which is run by a monarchy following strict Islamic law, has a long way to go with regard to rights. Saudi Arabia has long been labeled among the most oppressive nations in the world. Independent watchdog group Freedom House this year ranked it as the 10th worst country for civil liberties and political rights, tied with the Central African Republic. So we're going to continue to the video because the question is asked, what is the system of male guardianship in Saudi Arabia? This video is about to explain exactly what that is. Let's roll the clip. So family, you just saw the video. We must declare the rights of humanity. We can't lose sight of that. This is very serious. When you have people who are creating artificial intelligence and these so-called robots, and like I said, you notice that they're all white. I've heard some horror stories of the type of robots that they're creating. They have these white female robots that they are going to start using as sex objects. So, what's the use for real women? If you can have a artificial intelligence that doesn't talk back to you, it obeys your every command, it won't get pregnant if you don't want it to. Well, even if you wanted it to, it won't. So, what's the use? People, we must declare our rights for humanity. It is a must. When these mad scientists, because that's what I call them, they're mad scientists, are creating these type of things because they're not beings, they're things. We need to stand up. This is horrible in my opinion. And like I said, they're creating them in their likeness. What is this really about? And who are these people creating these type of things? I'm going to end it off here. Thanks for watching. Peace and love to you and yours. If you have an answer, leave it in the comment section. I'm dying to hear what you have to say. I'm out.